Saturday, December 23rd, 1989. The holidays are in full cheer. Children giggle and frolic through the aisles of KB Toys. Adults saunter merrily down the snowy sidewalks, drunk on holiday grog. But you've got a bug up your butt. You've watched this year's holiday smash hit Christmas Vacation, but your Yuletide cravings are yet to be satiated. You head into B-Side Video and spy a film you missed 2 months ago upon its release. A present sits underneath a Christmas tree with a goblin arm poking out, unwrapping itself. They're not working for Santa anymore. Who's not? Elves. Welcome to B-Side Video Rentals. I'm Jeremy Briggs.
And I'm Jenny Wenger.
Hey, Jenny. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Yule.
Merry Christmas. I still say it.
Good for you standing up for your rights.
Oh, my mom's going to love that. That's the only thing she'll ever love that I've done so far.
She said it. She said it on the...
Well, you can say that again.
Amen, honey. Amen.
If she didn't hear one thing I said, she heard that.
I love your glasses today. Oh, I'm ready. I love them.
I don't mean for glasses. This. I mean for Christmas. Am I ready for what?
Oh, for Christmas? Good God, yes.
I've got you have kids, so it's like still a thing for you. It's not even a thing for me.
My mug, my Merry Christmas mug. I wish it had. It's got beer in it. I'm cheating right now.
I don't think that's.
It was supposed to have a mulled wine, but I couldn't get out to the store and buy 8 ingredients. I'm hoping you stay on brand and have you put nutmeg in your throat coat.
Throat coat with a bit of nutmeg. Yeah, for me, like though, I live in Florida now, so it doesn't look like Christmas.
Well, I'm in Los Angeles, so
yeah, this elf costume is just too hot. But I'm committed to this bit.
Sweater, too hot. I just turned on the air conditioning just to make me feel like it.
And that's what your children are screaming about.
Why is it 48 degrees in here?
Daddy needs to wear his playtime sweater.
It's Christmas! It's Christmas! Get over it. Oh, boy. Are you ready to do some news, Jenny?
I'm so ready.
All right. Saturday, December 23rd. And these are your not-so-current events.
The judge in John M. Poindexter's Iran-Contra case delayed the trial and ordered former President Reagan to provide excerpts of White House diaries to determine whether they contained relevant evidence. Reagan has been reticent about handing over these diaries because he's afraid people will discover that he dots his I's with cute little hearts.
They're so cute. His handwriting.
He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
A Christmas gift idea from Sears, a rocket and launching pad to build and blow up, simulating a countdown gone awry, was pulled off the market after complaints that it resembled the 1986 Challenger shuttle disaster. Signaling disaster for Hasbro's plans to release the Daddy Car Crash Orphanage. I don't know who thought that would be a bad idea.
It's fun for the whole family. You can build it and blow it up.
Kids gotta learn.
How many people were on your shuttle that we exploded? Little Timmy?
I just killed a man with a family, a woman who had just been sober.
It was just a chimpanzee.
Yeah, but you know what? It helps strengthen their imagination.
You're right.
I think this was a mistake.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission said today that a velveteen rabbit stuffed animal sold in a red Christmas stocking at Target might present a hidden danger of suffocation to small children. The rabbit is often accompanied by Bobby, the camouflaged baby strangler.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Everybody needs a strangle a baby joke.
Yeah. If you don't have one in your set list, figure it out. The Energy Department says it has given the Savannah River nuclear weapons plant $3.9 million in a contract bonuses despite serious safety lapses, including workers found sleeping on duty. Duty. Who sleeps on poop?
He was on duty. Forecasters are warning of even more bitter weather as cold waves continue to break records in the nation's midsection. Begging the question, why is the nation wearing crop tops in December? Cover that midsection.
Come on, girl.
Where's your
Put that
onesie?
navel away.
Yeah. Nintendo will release the Joy Card Sansui. I don't know how to say that. Sansui? I'm guessing. It's fine.
It's fine.
And I'm wearing these glasses. That's the excuse. A new device that transmits audio through headphones instead of the TV, giving people another tool for becoming successful absentee parents.
Yeah, I can't hear what they're listening to, so it's fine.
It's fine. They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. Police have been searching for a bicycle-riding thief on the Upper East Side of New York who preys on elderly women, snatching their purses and throwing them to the ground. Capturing the bike-riding thief will lessen both crime and broken hips in what police would call a schwinn situation.
You thought it was a schwinn.
Production of The Nutcracker at the Marymount Manhattan Theater features punk rock servants, piggish twerps, and breakdancing. And to stay on theme even further, your dominatrix usher will crack your nuts upon entry.
That sounds pretty cool.
I'm in. Sign me up.
Of course you are. A large Bordeaux producer is seeking land to grow grapes and build a winery on Long Island, but something tells me the Long Island iced wine isn't going to catch on.
I love including just the worst thoughts. I'm not writing another one. I'm sticking to it.
Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins has overtaken Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire as the #1 song on the Billboard's Hot 100. My attempt to combine the success of these two songs, Another Day Starting Fires in Paradise, has once again failed to reach the charts.
I can't believe that. It's such a good hit.
I always think this is the time. It's finally gonna find its audience.
Finally gonna break through. Researchers say doctors fail to recognize severe depression in half the patients who suffer from it. The other half enjoy it.
The other half are women.
Huh? A New York state judge said today that statewide anti-smoking laws scheduled for January 1st will not be shelved during a new court challenge. Although most New Yorkers think that bitch-ass Fazul is just blowing smoke. I mean, after one of those New York prostitutes, who wouldn't want to flick an ashy butt in the street? Am I right? Jenny, you should really read these before...
I just can't hear anyone say ashy butt. Flick that ashy butt.
Flick that ashy butt.
Scientists have discovered a gene they believe is crucial in developing immune defenses that generate a wide array of protective antibodies. They discovered the antibodies while injecting themselves with bodies.
How else do you discover antibodies? I think this week is a real winner on my part for these jokes.
Hey, you know what? I'm wearing these glasses so you can't see my disappointment.
That's what it's for. The lagging Christmas shopping season has picked up life in its final week as retailers claim that the bitter cold has plagued sales. The bitter cold, of course, is a reference to my mother-in-law. Got her!
You always get her. Poor woman.
And that was your not-so-current events.
What do you get for Christmas? Humiliated.
Humiliated.
And I'm sure she's just like a nice lady.
Yeah, we'll keep that between you and me.
Yeah.
So, Jenny, what did we watch?
Well, we watched Elves, the 1989 classic, right?
Is it a classic? Are we allowed to call it a classic?
Look, it started with girls walking through the woods, so that I was on board.
You were on board with
It
it.
seemed like, oh, we're going for like some kind of witchcraft.
Yeah.
And then it was very, very different.
I love that they walk in, like that opening. They just walk in and they sit down in apparently the woods that they're not supposed to be in.
Yeah.
And our main character, I'm just getting right into it.
Yeah, get into it.
You're talking the woods. They sit down with a book, right? Mm-hmm. This book with all these evil pictures or whatever.
And they're the Sisters of Anti-Christmas or something.
The Sisters of the Anti-Christmas read out of a book that to summon the Virgin of Anti-Christmas because it's a capitalist holiday. Are they wrong?
They're not wrong. I'm on board here. But after they get done with this whole ritual and they go in,
immediately we start off with just some really delightful dialogue.
Yeah.
There was one part that I just kept laughing at. It is not a part you're supposed to laugh at it. They're just bickering and they're like, "Get real, Kirsten. Get over it, Amy."
Yeah, just wanting to say everybody's name. We're letting you know who everybody is. G said it was like almost Brooke. John Waters like. Yeah.
It has some really, like, some of it is insane and some of it is really, like, quotable.
So I loved immediately when she gets home, Grandpa just slaps the shit out of her.
He does slap. But before they do that, when they're talking, like, she's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to have this book." And and Amy says, "Oh, royal bust if he finds out."
Oh, you're right. It's a royal bust.
And then he just slaps the shit out of her. And not only does he slap the shit out of her, he's like in a wheelchair, like coming at her.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, bitch, you couldn't move.
Yeah. You just like go behind the coffee table. He's not going to get you.
Yeah. But he was like fucked up.
Oh,
dude.
Man. And so then immediately after he slaps her, we meet her mom. And her mom
is a bitch.
Immediately is just like, "Oh my God." She's like, you need to be punished. And she's like, "Yeah, Grandpa just slapped the shit out of me." And she's like, "That's not good enough. I'm taking away your savings account." Wait, what?
Yeah, everything she's worked for. Like, it's her money and she's going to take it away. And we find out.
Oh, we missed something extremely important.
Oh, what?
So they're reading the book, right, in the woods, and Kirsten cuts herself and bleeds her own blood on sacred ground.
Yeah, and the hand starts.
And there's a hand that pops out. So we missed that.
Important.
We were so anxious to talk about Grandpa.
To tell people Grandpa slapped her in a wheelchair. Like, you think your family Christmas is bad? Yeah. Wheelchair Grandpa just smacked the shit out of her.
And then immediately her mom's like, "That's not enough. You need a worse punishment. I'm taking away your savings account." And she's like, she works as a waitress. Like, how much she's been saving for college. That just seems like the punishment doesn't fit the crime. It's like getting your balls cut off for stealing a Fun Dip lick-a-stick.
Yeah.
No, not that.
I love those. I love those. But after Grandpa slaps her, he offers to help her clean her wound.
Oh, what a nice guy.
So I thought, classic abusive asshole.
Oh,
what happened? Let me help you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be nice after I beat you.
You've been injured by something other than me?
Yeah, I protect you. The little brother in a Ninja Turtle shirt, which I was like, yeah, to his wardrobe, no to his attitude.
Well, first of all, Kirsten's like, I gotta clean myself from this negative energy in this house. I have to shower. And so she's in the shower, almost some action. But then somebody's spying on her. Peeping Tom.
Peeping brother.
Her brother. And if you would like to say this dialogue.
I'm going to tell everybody you have huge tits or something. Like,
she goes like, "What are you doing, you pervert?" And his name is Willie. He's like, "I'm not a pervert. I like seeing naked girls. I'm your fucking sister." Yeah, but you've got big fucking tits, and I'm gonna tell everybody I saw them.
And mom's going to give me your money too. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what he says. Fuck you.
Yeah, a little potty mouth, which also, just to like bring up immediately, this movie is PG-13, and that shocks. It's wild.
Wild.
The amount, like, there's 6 F-bombs, which what is the MPA doing? When did that 2 F-bomb rule come in? Because there's 6.
I think this came through and they go, we're not watching that. Just give it a PG.
PG-13. That's fine.
I don't care.
And we'll be bringing up many parts where you go like, oh my God, how did that get past?
What? Yeah.
In this little scene with her in the shower, we don't really get a boob shot. We get a little tiny bit of Areola, the Little Mermaid. That's her name, right?
Yeah. Hold on. That's whose name? Areola? Is that what you just said?
Yes, I did. I love almost getting them by you.
Areola, the Little Mermaid. I just love it.
So then
you're a girl dad.
Definitely don't come from a Disney household. And then we have one of the most, which turns out to be one of the most bizarre scenes to me, feels very normal in the moment. We see the mom who is lamenting the fact that she has no friends. Her kids hate her. She's like sitting with her cat, petting the cat, going like, you're all I have, the only one who understands me. I don't mind that you got knocked up. You're my only friend, which will soon blow your mind.
Blow your mind. I was like, don't even.
Warning.
This is trauma.
The one thing you have to like warn an audience of a horror community.
Yes.
It's like, hold on, here's a warning that animal abuse.
To me, like, there are a lot of things in Gummo that were like, oh God. But that part of Gummo was the part that I was like, this is fucking horrifying.
That's pretty universal. Do not mess with animals.
Yeah.
Then in the middle of the night, the brother let's just call this thing what it is. It's supposed to be an elf.
It's supposed to be elf, yeah.
But it is a goblin.
It's a troll.
It's a troll, it's a goblin, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But this thing comes in.
It tries to kill the brother.
The cat comes in, saves the day. The kid throws another F-bomb in there. But he says, it was a fucking ninja troll. I don't know why he says it's a ninja troll, but that's what he says.
Yeah, he's just obsessed with ninja because of his shirt. They said, just say what first comes to your mind.
Maybe.
Ninja!
So we have kind of 3 things that happen back and forth. And I think that are like intercut. I think we should take them one at a time.
Okay.
First thing, let's talk about Dan Haggerty. We don't really know what this guy is when he first walks in. We're like, he's a homeless guy.
Yeah.
He's a beggar. Yeah.
He seems very burly.
Yeah, and so he goes to the mall and he talks to the owner of the mall.
Like the manager guy.
Yeah. He's like, I'm straight, you can trust me. And first of all, why does he just assume people think he's gay? He's just a big old bear. Also, why are you implying that gay people aren't trustworthy? That's offensive. Or did he just mean that he's not
I'm
drinking
straight,
alcohol?
like I'm not sideways. Yeah. I mean, you're the one who thought it meant gay, but we all got our own problems. You're allowed to have.
I'm like, oh, he's a big old bear. Oh, he's not?
Not? What?
I'm confused.
Yeah, but the thing is anybody who tells you, oh, I'm straight, like I'm not on drugs, I'm not a weird person.
Straight.
You are not. You are as crooked as they come, buddy.
Kirsten and her friends, Amy and Brooke.
They want to meet Santa, right?
They're working. They have a bit of banter, and they're just like, let's go goof on Santa. I've been waiting for this all day. Which is like, you're like, oh,
why?
What are they going to do to Santa? Like, this has got to be some silly prank. Like, it was going to be a big deal. And their prank on Santa is
sit on his lap, and he's a pervert.
Sit on his lap? And now we find out
give him a treat.
But like, what's creepy about that is like, first of all, he starts rubbing up on her. Sleazy Santa gropes her, and he asks her for oral.
Yeah, gross.
On the job, he's just like, you know what Santa wants? Oral. Santa wants oral for Christmas. Good God.
Calm your fucking self.
Yeah. And then so she flips out, gets him fired, which,
Not fair, you guys.
Not.
That was his first infraction.
Yeah, you should at least have 15 infractions like that before it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
Or not.
And then after he gets fired, we cut back to Mom, who thinks that the cat is who hurt the boy because she doesn't believe it was a ninja troll.
Oh, is that what she thought?
Well, she said that.
I just thought oh, okay. I didn't get that.
It's that fucking cat or whatever. She was mad. She thought it can't be a ninja troll that got him. It has to be the cat's fault. So she takes the cat and drowns it in a toilet.
In a toilet.
She puts it in
toilet.
A sheet and drowns it
pillowcase and drowns it. And like the whole time you're just like, I just could not understand.
I'm like, she's not going to do this.
I could not understand this choice. Exactly. Why did she have that scene?
This is the only thing that likes you.
Psychotic.
Yeah. I think it was on purpose to make us like the most freaked out.
But like the first scene of like having that moment with the cat and then going 180, it's just
and
like
looking happy to kill it.
Right.
I'm killing my favorite cat. Like why?
Also, what I did want to say about that, the Santa Claus, the sleazy Claus that they sat on earlier, that beard that he had, was it like sagged down on like down.
That's
here.
like 80s. They all did back then.
I just had to point it out. Because later that beard comes back, and I don't want to forget about that beard.
Now these small Santas, like they're in these pictures online and people roast them. Back then, It's like, I don't fucking care. I'm never going to see you again. So they cut back to them in the mall, though, and she gets threatened to get fired.
Right.
After she got sexually harassed.
Because she was in uniform while getting sexually harassed.
Yeah. We can't have that.
To be fair to the manager, they had no business being in line with the children in uniform.
I can see why you would want to take his stance.
As someone who has to manage people, I have to say that was unprofessional.
As someone who fights hard to get canceled. Canceled.
We all make choices, Jenny.
Yeah, we do. Most of them bad. As in, this step bitch is burying a cat.
Yeah.
Then an elf stabs Santa's dick. It says, step bitch buries cat, elf stabs Santa's dick.
Well, that's because Santa, the guy who just got fired, he decides that I got to go to the back room and do some blow.
Level off after this heightened situation.
You know what? I got to calm down and do some coke.
The 80s were weird, man.
And then this little elf goblin with these tiny little puppet feet. They're just like, kunk, kunk, they're so rubbery. Kunk, 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 kunk. Comes and he stabs him in his dingus. Because this elf is taking what he's given because he's shivering for a living. I'm sorry, Jenny.
That's fine. You can do anything you want.
I can do anything I want.
The detective says, sign of the times.
What I love, like when they're the mall owner or managers talking to the detectives, he's like, this mall hasn't experienced anything like this in 50 years. Huh? 50 years.
So are you going to tell us that story?
Nope, they're not going to tell the story. Not
Move
yet,
on.
at least. Move on. He stands there. He's like, they haven't done it in 50 years.
Okay.
If there was a window, I'd be looking at it.
We don't care. Call us if anything else happens.
And Kirsten gets home.
And Mom lies about the cat like an asshole.
Santa just got killed.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't think it's very funny.
It's not funny.
What? You're very inconsistent. You just kill a cat.
Yeah, you loved killing the cat.
We need to figure your character out, Mom.
Maybe she should have told her he got stabbed in the dick while doing blow.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Oh, no, he got stabbed in his wang doodle. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
That is funny, actually. So Kristen looks at her boo-boo.
My boo-boo. And then we find out that Dan Haggerty, the guy who's our homeless guy, whatever you want to call him, houseless, unhoused.
Yeah, the unhoused man.
He gets evicted from his own trailer. So now he is unhoused.
Now he has
his trailer's got a lock on it. He got evicted of his
Sign of the times.
Sign of the
As
times.
the detective said.
Oh, so yeah, Kirsten
Her
is
bed
very
lights
sad.
up.
Yeah, she's very sad about her
Yeah.
cat sitting on a
Yeah.
bed, just staring at her blankets like we used to do, because that's what we did before smartphones, right? We just sat around staring at blankets and walls and dirty shag carpets, forced to sit in our own thoughts about how that girl with braces was flirting with us in math class, and then after she yelled at us for not like that she didn't like you like that, but she did it in front of your friends, and now you think that you've just been like, you're thinking about a comeback for like weeks and weeks, but you didn't have a zinger, and then you're stressed about it until you finally come up with one, but it's 6 weeks too late. But
I'm really glad you finally got to talk about that.
Those are better times and healthier.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that off your chest. And I'm sorry about that. It's just like
No, I'm saying that's good. It's good. It's a better time. That we could just sit and stare at a blanket in our own thoughts.
Yeah. And so she gets scared by the troll, and she tries to tell her mom, and her mom's like, "Shut up, bitch! I don't believe you." Basically.
Well, the troll digs up the cat, whose name is Agamemnon,
which is cool,
but a mouthful.
Agamemnon.
You just
Agamemnon.
Agamemnon, where you at? Where you at taking the big mom? I can't even say it.
Yeah, Agamemnon.
And so she sees the thing, and she steals her brother's line out of this. She steals his line, but she changes it and calls it a ninja gremlin.
Yeah.
There's not a thing about these elves, gremlin, trolls that say ninja. They're not wearing ninja outfits, no size, no katanas, no throwing stars. So this is where I want my onset
speculation.
Now, this is not necessarily an on-set thing, but it's definitely a writer thing.
Yeah, like somebody was really thinking about ninjas.
There are 3 writers in this film, and one of them is the director, and I swear one of them, like they all had their crazy idea that they came in with. Those crazy ideas will come in later.
Yes.
But this was this one writer's crazy idea that the other 2 just put the kibosh on. They're like, no. And he's just like, no, guys, imagine, like, what if he's just like sneaking around with like ornament-shaped smoke bombs and Pepperidge Farm sausage nunchucks? And the guys are like, no, dude, that's a bridge too far.
They're going to be doing a live-action Ninja Turtles, and I want to be in line.
Yeah, I want to be one step ahead of them, okay?
I want them to say, you know who needs to do this? That guy.
And then they just like, they didn't remove all that ninja stuff because they shot the special effects afterwards, and they just told that guy, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the line. We'll do the lines.
Okay, make sure and say that thing about the ninjas.
They didn't say the ninja line. Can we just do the ninja line this one time?
It's going to pay off.
It's going to pay off.
No.
I just feel bad for that guy.
Can we get him to wear Ninja Turtles pajamas, like foreshadowing?
Yeah, I've got this whole outline. You guys have your things. You have your things. This is my thing. This is my thing. It's gonna really bring home the point. It's gonna drive home.
I brought the craft service.
Yeah.
Because that's I like indie filmmaking back then. Yeah. Remember what all
back then and now.
Yeah. You're right.
You're like, guys, I brought the Doritos.
Okay.
No?
Just say the ninja thing.
Yeah.
I drove you to work today. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to pick you up tomorrow. Just say the ninja thing.
I rented the van. I drove 4 people here and equipment. We had 4 lighting things, and who brought them? Who brought the 4 lighting?
Just say the ninja thing.
Just say the ninja.
Trust me. It's going to be great.
Anyways, Grandpappy says it's a monster.
Yeah, he's definitely up to shit.
He's like, I know what this is. Something. What did you do in the woods? You didn't go to that part of the woods, did you? No, Grandpa.
No, you don't want me to go there.
And the mom, at this point, tells Grandpa
that she killed the cat.
She admitted to it. She's like, I did it.
Why did you tell
He's like, the
anyone?
goblins did. And he's like, she's proud of it. She's like, bitch, I did that. I did that shit. I was like, Yeah.
I'll kill you too.
I was playing bobbing for cat heads. Jesus, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and like up until now, I was like, she's so disrespectful to this man. Like that's why he's taking all this aggression out. But later, like I find out, no,
She has reasonings to be
to hate this
damaged,
dickhead.
to hate him. She does not have the right
To kill
to
a
kill
cat.
a cat. No. I admit later we learn some things that are awful, but don't kill cats.
But the good news is it was really badly done. Like you could tell nothing was in that pillowcase.
Yeah, I want my fist covered in a thing.
And also that toilet was like so full.
Yeah, we're gonna put extra water in it.
So like add more water and it's
so that's the good news is it was very fake.
Right. So then morning comes around. Kirsten goes to work. She's out there, and this Dan Haggerty guy without a job was sitting there, and he's like getting coffee from her. Oh, where's the sparkle you usually have? First of all, wonderful thing to say to a woman.
Right, we love that. You've noticed my sparkle, and now you've noticed it's gone. I love both parts of that.
Also, like, this guy feels like he just came to town. This feels like the first time they've met, but he apparently knows that she has a sparkle and is missing it. And she says, "Oh, my cat died last night." And he goes, "Oh, I understand. I had a dog named Pea Shooter," which I wanted to name like 6 animal names. Like I had a turtle named Hog Paddle, a porcupine named Dank Sock, a pigeon named Sprinkle Donut, I had a sheep named Donkey and a bat named Farkas. They all died. So I get it.
It's like so weird.
It's like, oh, Pea Shooter?
Pea Shooter. He shot pea at people, couches. Like, okay. And you thought, oh, that's what I should name him.
He's named Pea Shooter. He pees everywhere.
But then he
shoots
gets hired.
It launches out of his wiener hole.
But he's in the right place at the right time.
He is.
Because Coke Santa is gone, so he gets to be Santa now.
He gets to be Santa. And what I love is he already has a white beard, a large white beard. He gets to be Santa, and they stick this fake Santa beard that still doesn't even fit on him over his beard.
It's like this was a no-brainer, guys.
No,
like
he does
already
not.
was Santa ready.
He was,
Lumberjack Santa was ready.
He was like, "Oh, you guys want me to play Santa? Yeah, it's in a month, in 2 months. Okay, I got it. I'll be Santa." He grew out this beautiful white beard, and they don't use it properly.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
then
a urine
immediately it is a urine beard. Cut to him getting immediately pissed on by a child as Santa.
Yeah. And I don't know if this has been said yet or not, but he says he's not a detective anymore. He's Santa.
That's this scene right here. So he goes, after he gets peed on, he's cleaning the pee off by just like patting it with a
paper towel. I'm done.
Okay, this is clean enough.
That's good. I'm going to go back out there.
There's this ridiculous chalk outline of the old Santa that's still on the ground, and there's a burned symbol on the ground, and he looks at it. And now I was so confused. I thought this guy's name, all of my notes say Ace. I thought his name was Ace, because at this moment I heard him say, "No, Ace, I'm not a detective anymore. Not even a store detective anymore. None of this concerns me. I'm Santa. All I have to do is take care of my reindeer." He's really going method. This dude went out and he bought reindeer.
Now I have 12 reindeer to feed.
Where are you going to put them? You got locked out of your trailer.
Maybe you aren't straight. Maybe you're very far from being straight.
You have fallen off that wagon immediately, my friend. These Germans come.
Yeah, the weirdos.
They're like, "We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. And from your granddaughter will grow the
Kristen
new
will
order."
grow the new order.
Yes.
Yeah. With or without him.
Oof. Ominous.
You're like,
what does this
the
mean?
hell? And then we cut back to the girls having a great time. It says 3 girls. One shows her red bra.
So these girls, we find out, we are not given this information for a while. They're staying overnight at the mall.
To hook up with boys.
They've invited a couple boys to come party with them, and they're going to wear some clothes from the lingerie or something. You're going to do a
Camp out in the
modeling
tents and
yeah.
home goods. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, like, this is the deal. I never got this 80s experience. Like, they didn't give the teenagers the keys to the whole mall.
Well, apparently you haven't seen Chopping Mall, because this is exactly the plot of Chopping Mall.
Oh. No, I haven't.
Which are you kidding me?
I haven't, no.
Because
in the 80s, the malls had those things that you locked up and you couldn't get in certain stores. So, like, if you worked at the coffee shop, you're not going to have access to everything else.
The 80s were a different time, man.
Yeah, man.
We wouldn't know because we didn't have jobs back then.
No,
man.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I was a kid, so how would I know? I guess maybe they gave the teenager the keys to the fucking kingdom.
Hell yeah, I'm sure they did. They didn't care. As long as they didn't have to deal with it, hell yeah. So they're doing their thing. Our new Santa, because we never really get this guy's name, because
it
in the future, Kirsten only calls him Santa. Like,
and he doesn't.
Everybody just he is from this point in the script. He is known as Santa. Way. So he is Santa.
And he takes his outfit and crumples it up and just throws it on the ground. The worst fold I've ever seen. My autism was going nuts, as it does, though. I'm just like, first of all, you took the time to wind it and then just threw it on the ground.
We kind of have a back and forth between the girls in the shopping mall, and we have Santa going off to go look at the library, go through some books to see if he can figure out what that symbol is, because that inner detective in him just
he just can't shake it
go.
Yeah, but he puts that piece of tape.
Yes,
to keep the door.
He does that. Kirsten tries to do the same thing.
Oh, it's already been done.
Because she goes off to do something. I don't even know why she went.
Yeah.
She goes out and comes back. This whole plot device of the tape was
stupid.
So unnecessary.
Yeah, it was very stupid. It's like nobody really cares.
Yeah.
Everybody's in and out of this place. Like.
And so the girls have, like, they're getting ready. They have a bit more of the Virgins of Anti-Christmas talk. And they're like,
they're trying on their lingerie, playing.
And they have this weird line where they're like, we'll be masters without slaves. Because earlier they're like, we could be masters. Women are the master race, which we should have mentioned at the very beginning. They were like,
yes,
we can control all these men because women are the master race.
Great.
That is mentioned right up top, right?
Yeah.
And so again, they're like, we could be masters without slaves. And the other two girls look at her and like, what the hell are you talking about? And she's like, come on, guys. Don't you get it?
Don't you get it?
Masters without slaves? And then they're like, oh, yeah. And us as an audience are like, what? I'm going to have to think about that one because I don't know what you're trying to say.
It's like in Mean Girls. Don't try to make fetch happen. Fetch isn't happening.
Guys, get it? And the other two are like,
that's not our group name.
Yeah, sure. We totally understand.
Sure. Yeah. You can stop saying it now. Meanwhile, Santa's getting cozy with a book and a cig.
He's in a back room somewhere. He set out a whole blanket setup for him.
He made a little hobo corner.
Yes, a hobo corner. Perfect.
Canceled. You're not going to say hobo anymore.
And so then we go back again to the girls, and Amy's having a conversation with Kirsten. Or Kirsten said something about with these boys coming over, and she's like, yeah, but I'm not going to hook up with any of them. Like, not these boys. These boys are not good enough.
No, I'm not giving them my virginity.
Amy's like, well, how do you stop them?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, you just say no. And Amy's response is insane.
I'd rather just get it over with.
I'd rather just go through it than get into a confrontation. It's easier.
Yeah, just rape me. I don't want this, but just let it happen.
Like, good God. And that's the writer.
That's the mentality of the 80s, though.
But it's also this is the writer thinking like, look, guys, I can write a strong female character. Kirsten is a strong female character because she knows how to say no. She's a firecracker, but a real person at that same time, but also sexy. Like, that's what the writer is like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm creating the perfect chick.
But he has to, like, contrast. It's like, see, this one's strong. This is the normal mentality. Yikes.
I've had a lot of situations with friends where it is just like,
oh God.
I'm telling you, like, that's happened to more women.
No, I'm not.
Anyone would know.
I'm not.
But to say
I'm not
it
doubting
like
it, but it's saying it out loud of just like,
so nonchalant.
Yeah. It's like, whoa.
So he knows you don't want it, and it still happens. I think there's a name for that. So Grandpa learns Kristen is away.
Yes.
He's very upset about all of this.
So Santa actually has a big altercation with these girls.
Yeah, he finds them. He's like, what are you doing here? Well, what are you
guys
doing
don't
here?
belong. Yeah, it's kind of a back and forth. Nobody belongs here. So you keep your mouth shut.
So they're like, okay, I'm not telling. You don't tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the
he
boys
just yells back at them because they don't treat him with respect.
Sure.
He's like, what happened to the beautiful youth?
Yeah, homeless guy. You should judge people.
Yeah.
This is what I love. The boys get there and they're arguing about who's going to get to have what girl. Kristen is saving her pee for someone special. The others say she'd rather give in. The goons and Grandpa set off the alarm and they get Amy.
The goons come in, guns going off. They grab Amy.
Yeah.
Oh, all hell breaks loose in this little shopping mall.
Sorry, Amy.
And you know that these are the Germans coming in because they all got those German Lugers.
Yeah, and then Kristen sees the elf. The elf is there.
Yes, and she's like, I don't know why but like, she tells Santa, oh, he knows you're helping me. Like, what? What are you talking about? But anyways, Brooke runs away. She sees Amy, who is now dead, in an elevator. These Germans killed Amy.
They killed Amy.
She runs away. We go into a mannequin scene.
Do you know what I thought was interesting? The troll seems freaked out by the pig decorations.
I didn't clock that.
And it's like, oh, I wonder if we're going to learn that like pigs or something. Nope. That's it. He's just scared of a pig.
He's just like, what the hell is that?
The end.
Pigs didn't exist in my day.
Oh, what the hell is that? The end. The elf then cuts up Brooke, but then pets her face.
Before they get Brooke, I just want to say, like, she's in this mannequin thing. It doesn't last long enough, but a teddy bear drops from the ceiling and she grabs it. And instead of looking up to see why,
what did that? Yeah,
she hugs the teddy bear.
Oh,
she's just like, I know. Oh, God. I needed a cuddle. I was so scared. A teddy bear is exactly what I needed.
That was perfect timing.
Goblin comes down,
cuts up her face, pets her face, then kills her.
Yeah.
Then we're back to the shootout.
Back to the shootout.
Oh no, cops! They hear sirens.
They run away.
Then Santa and Kristen see Brooke's body.
Yeah, they find out all of that stuff. The police show up. We finally find out.
And the symbols in her blood.
Yes. And we do find out that our Santa still has connections. He still has connections there. He's talking to them. He's retired and he became a mall cop. So that's the context that we're looking at for him. But he was drunk. So the manager there is all pissed off.
Still being a dick.
He fires them both for being there. And Kirsten has a wonderful line. I'm sorry, my friend's blood is all over your fucking store. You want me to stay here and clean it up?
Yeah.
Even with her two best friends dead, girl's got sass.
She's still ready to tell you like it is. And then the elf is sucking on Amy's fingers.
Well, he doesn't suck on her fingers. He bites her fingers off. He had a little finger food.
I was like disturbed because I was like, ugh.
he because you could see it looked like he sucks on him because he's a puppet and he's a terrible puppet who has no like facial movement. It's just
I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be, girl. You're gonna be all over the internet with that one. Again, the manager, he says before we leave the mall, the manager goes like, something like this hasn't happened here in 50 years. He says
like, nobody wants you to tell this story. Nobody wants you to tell it.
Everybody just walks away, and then he's like, nobody looks at me when I'm standing here pensively.
Am I a ghost?
God, this is. I'll just look into camera.
Yeah.
So Santa decides to drive Kirsten home. They go together, and Mom is just pissed. She's like, "What is this pedophile doing?"
And Grandpa's there like, describe the creature that you saw.
Yeah. And she's like, "My friends are dead." And she's like, "I don't think that's funny, you lying whore." You're like, "Whoa, Mom, chill out. My friends are dead." No, they're not.
Yeah, you're a liar. And Grandpa says that he'll protect his granddaughter.
Mom tells her this, "You're a stupid old man with stupid mitts," and runs off. And Grandpa's like, "Kirsten, go pack. We're leaving."
Yeah. And Santa's checking out the book. And Grandpa tells Kristen about her destiny.
Santa decides to go to this professor of some type. And he goes to a library to find this guy, who I love this guy.
And he runs into a bitch on the way in for no reason. They're like, that's one of the producer's wives, and she just wants a part.
Can I be in there?
Yeah. Okay, just slam into her. You guys look at each other weird, and then you go meet the professor.
Can I do something in this movie? I mean, this is my money, too.
Yeah, like I invested. And I was too old to play one of the teenagers, so can I just I'm a college girl.
So he meets this eccentric professor or whatever he is.
Who tells the story of Noah.
He's got all this info, and he's super chatty and knowledgeable, and he's a huge character, and I loved him.
Yeah, I loved him too.
I thought he was great.
Hold on. So now we're going to piss so many people off. The Book of Noah was actually about elves? How in the world are you connecting this?
This is why I'm frustrated for that guy who had the ninja thing. He's like, really? You've got all this other stuff? And they start connecting the Nazis believed in elves. And then he starts talking about, oh, here's a story from 50 years ago. 50 years ago?
What?
What?
That's when the thing happened
Apparently
at the mall.
This mall had a real Nazi problem 50 years ago. The Nazis overrun the place.
So Santa is now being followed.
He is being followed because he knows too much about this symbol.
Yes, and then Grandpa does a ceremony.
It's weird ceremony that doesn't make any sense. There's this big red ruby jewel thing, and he's got a necklace, and he dangles it. And that's about it. I was like, What's happening? And then we have a real interesting scene with Kirsten and her mother. Here we go.
Mom confronts daughter like the bitch she is, and gross. Granddad is granddad, but also your dad.
Your dad. The man in this, your father is in the study. Grandpa's in the study. Yeah, the man in the study is your grandfather and your father. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, so it's like now you know, like, your mom had an incest rape, like, ew.
But before that even altercation, I wish I said this before the altercation when she reveals that terrible information about the incest baby stuff. She enters the room. I talked to the police. Seems like you're telling the truth. Your friends are dead.
Yeah, great.
So she's like, you're right. I'm sorry. Your friends are dead.
You just thought that'd be a fun thing for me to pretend.
Okay, now your grandfather's your father. And I love the reveal because they have a very dramatic soap opera bump, bump, bum musical sting.
I wrote with all the drama.
It was such a musical sting. It's like camera zooms in.
Yes, and then randomly we're with Santa man who just storms in on somebody's Christmas dinner.
I have to tell you, I would say about 3 or maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I was just scrolling through like Pluto TV or something, and this scene came on. So when it came on, when I was watching, I was like, I've seen this like 3 minutes, and I didn't. And as crazy and insane as this little scene is, I didn't stay on it.
Wow. Yeah, because he's in a Dr. O'Connor's house. Grizzly Santa crashes Eve dinner at a stranger's house to talk about Nazis and elves.
Yeah. Well, there are two trains of thoughts on this. But as we all know, elves do not exist, but the Nazis.
With the children sitting there like this.
Yeah. Who's this strange man that busts into our home?
Does this have to do with our presents?
Yeah, we were about to carve the turkey. No, she says roast beast. Is that roast beast? And he's like, no, it's turkey. Dumb kid.
The kids then start fake eating. Oh, we don't know what to do now, so
I wish I clocked that.
they begin to fake eat. They're very interested, but this is so yummy. So he learns she's gonna get fucked by an elf.
Yeah. The elf has to breed with her, and through her, they will create the master race, which brings into reference earlier when the girls were saying that women are the master race. So all connected. We're talking Nazis here. They've been giving us hints from the beginning. Great screenwriting.
Yeah.
Great screenwriting.
Great. Connecting it up.
And then we go to Kirsten confronting her grandpa about the information she was just given.
He's ashamed of what he did.
He's ashamed, but not totally justifying every single thing. He says,
I thought I was doing what was right.
I would do nothing to hurt my little girl. She wasn't hurt at all. She was drugged and unconscious. What?
Oh, so much better. Thank you.
And she goes, why? To produce you.
Yeah.
Like he just constantly is like trying to justify this thing. And she's like, you think she's going to be like, oh, fine, Grandpa. But she finally is like, oh, and runs away. And he calls out after her, but kiss in his ridiculous, silly German accent. But Kirsten,
it's
you're
so
perfect, you're beautiful, and I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
And then meanwhile, the mom is putting on her makeup in a horrific way.
Horrific. Just like,
I finally lost it. Which I loved.
Love it. Because she's preparing herself for a bath.
For suicide is what it looks like.
It's sure. That's not how I took it, but I noticed that both you and G did take it that way. So shows that I can read situations.
Yeah, I know what women want.
Suicide.
She just wanted to look nice for her bath.
And then Santa, he notices does he notice he's being followed? He does find a bomb.
Yeah.
In his car, and he jumps out of the car at the very last second. He dive bombs out of the car. It explodes, and then like the guy that's following him stops, gets out, and like, as you do, check your work. And he's like, okay, that car did explode. Santa jumps out from behind him and starts beating the crap out of him. What are you, some kind of Nazi or something?
And the guy's foaming at the mouth. He dies.
Yes, he killed himself.
The weird symbol is on him.
Yeah.
And by this time, Kristen has checked in on her shit brother, who they now have a bond.
They do. Well, once you see somebody naked, you have a bond with them.
Yeah. And then speaking of that, then mom gets naked.
She does. And boy, does she show it off.
Mm-hmm.
And she like she grabs a washcloth and she's so sensually on her face with this washcloth, which I'm sorry, it's a butt washcloth. This is washed many a butt before.
And you're just rubbing it all over.
You're just face. Like, oh, this feels good.
She's like, worse things have happened to me.
And then, of course, the Nazi elf pushes the radio into the bathtub. She's shaking like crazy. She's really giving this electrocution death her all. Those naked mom boobs were shocking.
Yeah, they were good.
No, they were shocking.
They were shocking.
Because they were electricity. Jenny.
Because they were electrocuted.
And they were bouncing around.
Oh, yeah. She was really featuring them.
They were featuring. That was actually, at the end, the last credit, and featuring Mama's boobies is what it.
Yeah, they got a special shout out.
They did in the credits. Santa arrives. He's calling out to her. And then she just like, Santa, as he walks into the room.
I don't know your name. You're just Santa.
Santa. Even though we've been through some things, you're still Santa to me.
And then Grandpa's yelling for her.
Yeah, but Santa starts leading them out.
Yeah.
And they come across Mom, who is charred.
Yeah.
She's got like charred skin. The room is smoking. You still hear the electricity buzzing. Her body like has these little spasms.
Yep, she has the cult symbol on the tub, and
Yeah.
she's gonna be fine. She's good.
It's like, we gotta go. What about Mom? She's gonna be fine.
Good. She's gonna be great. She's relaxing.
Like, the whole room is smoking. The kid just doesn't question it. He's like, well, Santa said.
Yeah, and then Grandpa's yelling, and then Santa and Nazi Grandpa get in an altercation.
They want to leave. Grandpa's like, we gotta stay here.
You should hear me out.
Hear me out. And Santa's like, he's got a point.
Maybe we should listen to it.
He's got a point. Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
Hold on. He did all these things.
He knows more about what's happening than us.
And I love that. Is this where she says the line? Yeah. She goes like, they start going. Santa follows Grandpa, and Willie turns to Kirsten and is like, are we going to be all right?
Be all right? No, Willie. Gramps is a Nazi.
No, we are not going to be okay. I have been given some information that confirms we are not okay.
Yeah. And then Santa refers to the perfect genetic line. So weird for him to use that phrasing.
Yeah. Because it's incest. And
Kristen is not a perfect victim because she calls the elf the F slur while defending herself.
Yeah, canceled. But so Grandpa, he says he's like the offspring of a human and an elf is neither an elf nor a human. Which immediately I was like, oh, I hope they give like a real bad, terrible name like a humelv or a Homo Elfian or Homo sapielv or some terrible name. But they don't. They go with the Antichrist. It's a genetic line of Antichrist. Get it?
Yep.
Jenny, do you get it? The Anti-Christmas girls? The
yes.
Antichrist? It's been there from the beginning.
It was right there.
It was right there. That's next level.
Foreshadowing. That is writing.
That is writing.
So many things got paid off.
And they're like
half of the things got paid off.
Guys, trust me. There is layers. This script is an onion. It's a
Jesus Christ.
Was that thunder?
Yes.
Holy hell.
You made them mad. We angered the gods. Did you see it literally scared the shit out of me? Whoa, I've also shot one of those old-timey cannons. What the hell?
And so Santa at this point is finally like, I don't believe that. That's ridiculous. And Gramps is like, I'll prove it. Go get me my book. And they get the book. And he's like, where did this picture come from? And Kirsten's like, I drew it from a dream. It was one of my dreams. And it's this fabulous drawing of a naked woman.
Yeah. And he just draws the symbol on her boobs. He draws the
symbol on the boob. It's like, and it turns out that the symbol on these boobs is a swastika.
Yes. Of course.
It's a swastika.
And then he gives her the special stone that will kill.
Yes. The elf stone. They really went full board naming it the elf stone.
Yeah.
Then the door opens and Santa runs away.
Yeah.
And a guy with a video camera, why he has a video camera, I do not know. He comes in and starts videotaping everybody and asking questions, and then Santa beats
them. One of the two men grabs Kristen and her brother and gets shot by Gramps.
Yeah, Gramps has his gun, and there's a guy that comes attacking him. He shoots him 2 times. He shoots this guy, but the guy keeps coming. He grabs the gun and throws it. And what is Grandpa's immediate reaction? He puts up his fist and he's in his wheelchair.
I'm going to fight you in this
wheelchair. He puts
up
his fist like he's ready to brawl an Irishman in 1896. It's just, he's like,
yeah.
Does not work. So Grandpa gets shot.
Grandpa gets killed. Santa tells her to run, so she does.
And where do they end up? The forbidden campgrounds.
But the last Nazi defeats Santa, and he goes after Kristen and her bro towards the grounds.
And also there's an elf running around.
And remember, they have until midnight. There is a countdown going.
There's a countdown happening.
The Nazi man crashes. He climbs out and goes on foot. Kristen reaches her ritual site. The Nazi guy finds her. The elf shoots him. He's like, don't touch my bitch. That elf wants to fuck her, man.
Yep. I loved that the elf knew how to use a gun. He was just like, boom!
Yeah, and then the sister tells the brother, go get the stone. Why didn't you bring it?
Why did you? What? Because they were in distress. They were in
That's
distress.
the
They were
only
running.
thing that you can kill this thing with, and you left it.
So she's
But
stuck
whatever.
there. The elf is doing this weird, like,
Foreplay.
Yeah, he's just like
Foreplay.
really slow, and he's like, hey, do you want to eat a bug? And he tries to like feed her a bug or something.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. This is really good. I'll
Ugh,
share.
It's an aphrodisiac.
I want to
baby.
make this pleasant for you.
Yeah, this is the best way I know how. And also, this elf creature, it is a rubber puppet that has no capability of moving its face. It's just like mouth wide open.
Yeah.
They had like 3 of these things made up with this one emotion.
Yeah, it's really
Really rough. It's rough.
So Santa, back at the place, Santa gives the brother the stone.
Yes.
Bro runs so hard.
So hard.
Foreplay is still going down.
Yeah.
Willie then screams, I'm here! Willie gives her the stone.
Yeah. Crawling on the ground. He's like, Grandpa said I would know what to do. And so what does she do? She crawls on the ground and stabs it into the ground.
Yeah.
Stabs it right into the dirt.
Oh, how did you know to do that?
And then there's this really
The
weird,
picture goes
bizarre dissolve sequence that just keeps happening for a long time. Then they like wake up. And
she crawls around till she gets to Willie.
Dissolves into nothingness.
And then she opens her eyes and it's snowing.
Opens her eyes. It's snowing. Shh. It's snowing.
And then we see...
Go black. And we see a last shot.
Of a fetus elf.
Glowing. A glowing fetus. She hooked up with the ninja goblin.
It's like, we don't know what sex is to him.
You ate my bug. Yeah.
Now you're pregnant.
Now you're pregnant.
I don't have a penis. That's how it works for my kind.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is Elves.
Yeah. G wrote, set deck, good. Wardrobe, good. Music, after school special. Dialogue, excellent. Story, interesting but not great. Very messy. Acting, weird in a good way.
Weird in a good
Lighting,
way.
bad.
Right?
Camera, decent. Effects, bad. Trolls, very unattractive.
Very unattractive. Very unattractive. Now, do we have a movie MVP? Okay, I'll give you mine.
Okay, give me yours.
I am going the screenplay, more specifically the dialogue, because there was a lot of really fun dialogue. It's weird to just say like, oh, the dialogue specifically is the MVP because story-wise, there's a lot of ideas fighting for attention. And some are excellent, some are odd. I wish they gave me a little more ninja.
Yeah, I wish the ninja paid off. I was going to say, I think it is the little brother for me.
Okay.
Because it's just like, I really enjoyed the way he cussed. You know, you get a lot of child actors who don't know how to say, fuck you. They say like,
he was, because they're intimidated to say it because they're not supposed to say it. This kid has been saying it since he was 2. Yeah. Or he's just been waiting his whole life to be allowed.
To say fuck you.
Yeah. He's like, as soon as I am given the green light, I've been practicing in the middle of the night silently so that my parents don't hear.
Yeah. This was my time to shine. So I dug him a lot. I thought he was great.
That brings us to remake, reboot, reimagine, remaster, or sequel. All right. What do you have?
I really want to hear yours first.
Okay. I'm going with reimagining with plans for hopefully a franchise because my take is a supernatural diehard in a mall with evil elves as the terrorists and Santa is our John McClane, right? And the original tagline was they're not working for Santa anymore, but there is no these aren't
Where's
elves.
The backstory?
There's no elves here. These are goblins. The use of elves was fake. It felt fake to me. I want to keep it Christmas. Let's get more Christmas focused. Let's keep 95% of it in the mall. I think we get rid of all the Nazi stuff. As much as I enjoyed it for this film, I want a Christmas elf. I want a lot of them. I think that we need to figure the origin of these elves a little more than just their Nazi things. I want Kurt Russell to play Santa Claus. I know.
That would be great.
I know
want
that
the
he's
prequel.
played Santa. I know that he's played Santa in the Santa Chronicles movies, but I want to see the alcoholic ex-detective mall Santa Kurt Russell. And put him in like one of those cheap mall Santa fat suits, but like, or full-figured finery for the PC term. But as the character, so like his character has to put this on to be the fat mall Santa. So you have to he has to deal with this thing. So it's like built into his job. It's not that we're so it's the ridiculousness of him having to fight this stupid suit. And by page 45, 50, you get rid of it. I think he needs to this needs to be a herd of elves, not just like one, because one wasn't enough. Maybe these elves are, I don't know, possessed by Krampus instead of, or maybe Santa did something and they're looking for Santa and they're just hunting down mall Santas because they need to find Santa. I don't know. I keep it in the mall. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted the prequel for sure. I wanted the 50 years ago. I wanted to see.
Great.
How did we get here? These elves may have been elves before, and this has been 50 years of living underground.
Ooh, do we need to adjust our category to include prequels? Because that is not even on our list here.
I know. And that's
we
the thing.
Adjust.
Like, I want a prequel, so I don't know which one of these that would fall under.
No, I think you adjusted our list here. In real time, Jenny. In real time.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I brought
we just gave you a gift. Don't tell me I never gave you nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
that'll bring us to
nostalgia of the week. And boy, do we have a treat for you guys. It definitely is the holiday season because we have the Toy Maker as our guest for Nostalgia of the Week.
Hello, I am the Toy Maker, and my nostalgia is for the simpler toys of the Christmas past. These days, children can't live without their Furbies and the iPads and the PS15s and the Teddy Ruxpins, making the life of a toy maker nearly impossible. For generations, my family's number one seller was a fat stick with nails popping through it, and we haven't sold one in decades. And the little girls, they used to love wearing real Cinderella glass slippers until 8 of them slipped on subway grates, shattering the glass and leaving their feet mangled portraits of a bloody jigsaw. Now, kids used to risk their physical well-being just for the thrill of it. But now, they only want things to help them sit in their room and grow their social anxieties, destroy their mental health, and cause them to develop an unhealthy heroin addiction. It's not like the healthy heroin addictions of the days of yore. They want to play video games with online predators and go to the expensive concerts and only watch it through the little phone screens just to make their friends jealous. What about the classics? The balls in the cup. Put the balls in the cup. Yeah. The daddy car crash orphanages. Things that engage the child's imagination and creativity. We must simplify their toys. For the sake of the children, for the sake of the toy makers. Remember, your most creative friends are the ones who play hacky sack. So go out there, watch them hacky the sack Watch them hacky their sack. And listen, we could all learn something from those dirty hippies. Now, back to you, you creativeless hacks.
Well, that was special.
That was special. A good Christmas fun. Oh, good Christmas fun. I had a blast.
Well, I enjoyed this. What a lovely
did.
way to brighten up my spirits.
Yeah. Agreed.
Any final thoughts, Jeremy?
No, I don't have any other than I'll see you next year.
Oh my goodness.
In the new year.
That's one of the most pleasant things they've been saying for so long.
Happy New Year. Not yet.
Happy New
Not
Merry
yet.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's.
I hope everybody gets all the things they want.
Yeah, we'll see you in the new one with an excellent. Well, we'll see if it's excellent.
Yeah, we'll see.
We know. You don't know.
You don't know. I'm Jenny Wenger.
I'm Jeremy Briggs. This is my daughter is singing Frozen at the moment.
Yeah, she's letting it go or whatever. She's doing great. Merry Christmas.
They're both still awake.
They're waiting for Santa. They're waiting for Santa.
Definitely don't come from a Disney household.